You guys want a video telling me about the story? Fine, I'll do it. I'll tell you a story while you're looking right into my eyes. Part 1. Here was no reason to lie not. It first shows an image of black, lime, and blue, and also an reason to lie style version of purple, yellow, and red in the shadows. It stays like that image until the bridge where red gets ejected, then red turns to a monster, and then he goes to the ship and holds it down with the reactor about to explode. Then after it exploded, purple, yellow, lime, and blue all die in the process. But black just passed out, and now he is floating in space with his visor broken and his spacesuit mostly destroyed. To be continued. Part 2. Axosa Saboteur. It shows a ship exploding, and Black is floating in space with his visor broken and his spacesuit mostly destroyed. And most of the video shows him floating in space with a red shadow in the background. Until near the end of the bridge, where he wasn't actually dead, he was just passed out. And then he looks at Polis with a scheming expression. And then he flies to Polis like a shooting star and lands inside a gray crew posture who invades half of his mind. TBC. I'm just gonna continue saying TBC because to be continued is way too long. Part 3. Lying to imposters around us. It shows on Polis, with Brown from Lying to Me doing a task in laboratory. Then Red from Imposters Around Us stares at him. Then Brown looked sus of this guy. Then it stayed like that until the bridge, where Red pulls out a gun. Brown is surprised and tries his absolute hardest to convince Red not to kill him. But it failed, and Red has shot Brown, and now Brown is dead. Then when Red is about to leave, when he looks at a gray person with a red visor, TBC. Part 4. Show your self-report around us. Poland has a group of interesting people. There's a red guy wearing a tie, a blue detective, a green militant, a white nervous wreck, a purple dude with a mustache and hat, a brown detective, and most noticeably, noticed by more than 90 million people, a gray guy. One day, Gray gets hit by something. Then something didn't feel right for him. He has two sides, one where he cares about the crew, and a new side where he has a sudden urge to murder everyone. But when he has that urge, his visor turns red. But however, he isn't the only person to want to kill people. Red Tie Guy and Purple Man are also murderers. Red is actually a monstrous beast, and Purple likes to self-report his own crimes. This keeps going on until Gray experiences Red kill one of his best friends in the world, the Brown Detective. He realizes this is the final straw. Then he goes Super Saiyan on himself. He goes Super Saiyan on himself. I don't know what was that long pause. With red, blue, green, white, and purple are watching all of it. Then eventually Gray has defeated his murderous mind, who's actually black from I had no reason to lie or saboteur. We're same people now, same person now. And then not only did Gray eject Black, but also Purple and Red into lava. Black and Red die, but before Purple dies, he texts another guy named Will the Games Ryan and texted, "Please help us kill everyone on Polis, and fast." And then Gray pushed Purple into the lava, but before the phone sunk, a reply said, "Don't worry, I'm on my way." TBC. Part 5. I know it's lies. Just imagine I know it's you, but there are some differences. Purple is wearing a skin, glasses, and has a mustache. And there is another red with a jacket and glasses. And there is another blue wearing a hat with a bull logo. And it's like this until the bridge ended. After the rocket duo stand aside for a little visitor, then a travel ship crashed into the Scale cafeteria in a fleeing into the complex kind of way. And the guy who came out of the travel ship was none other than Will the Games Ryan, or Purple for short. He lets the rocket duo go into the travel ship for safety, then Purple kills literally every single person on the Skeld, including Red and Blue Bull. Blue Bull. That's what I'm calling him. When he thought he completed his mission, he looked at the vitals and notices that White's vital is still up. Where is White? TBC. Part 6. Ambushes of History. I kinda like Writings of Ambush more. So the only person left on the ship is a white crewmate named Kyle Allen, or White. And he tries to tell the other Kyle Allens on the other maps about the imposter that is about to kill him, Purple. So basically, just imagine writing of history, except purple is the imposter instead of red, and the suspense is extreme. It's like this until near the end of the bridge, where purple finally murdered white, but he realized that the message has already been sent to Mirror HQ and Polis. Then the Skell is about to crash to Earth. Then he decides to jump off the spaceship and he lands on Mirror HQ. Then he sees the Skell crashing down to the planet. Then Purple vents into Mirror HQ along with a shadowy player behind him. Wait, wasn't White the only crewman left on the Skeld? TBC. Part 7. Show Your History Rock version. The whole video was just the people at Mirror HQ and Polis looking at the message that the Lake Allen, aka White, sent to them with rock music playing. That's literally it. Part 8. And yes, I didn't say TBC because it's already starting to annoy me. Part 8. Just be watching Sky's eyes. The video is just an image of a female player named Chi-Chi, aka Lime, booting a purple dude with Kyle Allen the second seeing this. It plays until the end of the bridge. We see Purple chasing after Lime until she gets ejected and she lands on a red base and the Mirror HQ explodes. Wait, how did HQ explode? Part 9, Ambush's Eyes. Wow, that's a very dumb name. I kind of like Sky's Ambush more, but whatever. It starts with a purple player, aka Will the Game's Ryan, venting into Mirror HQ and no one noticing because they're all watching, saying because they're all focused. Frick. We could take two. It starts with a purple player, aka Will the Game's Ryan, venting into Mirror HQ and no one noticing because they're watching, because they're all Dang it! Jesus Christ. It starts with a purple player, aka Will the Game's Ryan, venting into Mirror HQ, with no one noticing because they're all focused on a message they're watching, saying stuff about the second most powerful imposter in the universe, that being Purple. Yes, finally! God. Okay, this is literally the first time I've ever done this. It's kind of hard. And then Kyle Allen II, the black guy, who is the captain of Mirror HQ, comes in and tells everyone that they're going to be safe. Literally 10 seconds later, a red crewmate gets murdered by Purple, and no one notices he did it because lights were off. Then later, after Purple kills Pink, the person who reported it was a very brave lion female crewmate named Chi-Chi. She didn't recognize Purple. Then she tells everyone about how she knows about him. At first, everyone thought she was crazy, and then she plays a tape. Back in Writings of Ambush, notice how I didn't say Ambushes of History because it's stupid. It's revealed the White actually wasn't the only crewmate left on the Skeld. She was also there, surprisingly unharmed by Purple. Then she followed him to Mirror HQ to where the Skeld crashed to Earth. After that, Captain Al realized it really was Purple. But then they were both surprised to see that Purple has murdered the 3 other crewmates at the meeting. Chi-Chi runs away from Purple, while Captain Allen tries to warn the airship about this. Then Purple catches up to him. Captain Allen then punches Will in the visor. It's kind of hilarious in my head. Then runs to the reactor to fix it. But sadly, Purple caught up to him and threw Captain Allen to the core, which pretty much exposed Mirror HQ. Then Purple flew over to the airship and then enters in. Part 10, Sky's Disguise. It first shows an image of Captain Allen in communication at Mirror HQ talking to the leader of the airship. It basically just shows this image until the end of Fancy Disguise's bridge, where an imposter-like tongue hits Captain Allen's communication radio, and Captain Allen's connection is cut out from the airship's connection. The airship leader, who was worried about this, rushes over to the cockpit for a view at the Mirror HQ, where just saw that the Mirror HQ randomly exploded. Wow, it's like the first time I ever said that. Then the airship leader hears a thud from above the airship roof. Still worried, he calls a meeting at Records to inform his own crew. Part 11, Fancy Ambush. After hearing a thud from over the airship, the leader calls a meeting in Records. The leader, who is named Kyle Allen III, or Blue for short, is actually the leader of Fancy Folk. Everyone on the airship is afraid of this imposter. However, Blue tells them all that imposter is just a hoax and they should just do their tasks. Then Will the Game's Ryan tries to disguise himself by wearing a top hat because literally everyone on this ship is wearing a top hat. Blue starts to get scared. Maybe Captain Allen was right. Imposters are real. He then calls a meeting and tells Purple he saw him vent. No one believes him and they all skipped. Then Purple knew what Blue was doing. Then after Blue saw him kill Pink from upstairs, then after Blue left the meeting room, Purple quickly gets in and he tells the remaining 4 fancy folk, consisting of yellow, orange, lime, and black, that it was Blue that did all the stuff that he himself did. It succeeds, and when Blue enters the meeting room, everyone stares at Blue and votes him off. Then, when they voted Blue off in a betrayal way, insert the betrayal music here from Henry Stickmin series, then Purple reveals himself to everyone. Then he kills Black, Orange, and Yellow. Sun Purple jumps onto the rocket to Polis, about to finish his ambush. What he then realized was that the fancy line person is on the rocket with him. The surprise? It was also revealed that it was Chi-Chi in disguise, because what base she landed on earlier was the airship roof, and she also knew Purple was going to go to the airship in the first place. Boy, is he screwed. 12th and final part. Finish the ambush. We come back to Polis, where we see the familiar faces. Detective Blue, Green Militant, real name is Sergeant Allen, White the Nervous Wreck, and the once brainwashed Gray. Sergeant Allen tells everyone about the imposter raid, and they will not fail. Then we see Purple about to finish the ambush, not knowing Lime is behind him. It starts off with Purple proving to Sergeant Allen that he's a crewmate by faking a task. Then Green believes him, and then now is Purple's time to strike. He kills White in electrical while he is doing wires. Then Green sees Purple running away from Alec, just to see White's body. Then he immediately found out that it was Purple. One meeting later, the meeting was pointless because it all just skipped. Purple sees Sergeant Allen just standing there. He's about to kill him, but Sergeant Allen throws Purple's knife over and reveals to Lime, who already knew, Blue and Gray, that it was Purple that did everything. They corner him until Purple finally snaps and kills Blue. And then the Sergeant Allen, Chi-Chi, and Gray all chase Purple to the lava, cornering him. Purple tries to fight back, but Sergeant Allen punches him into the lava like a freaking savage. Will the game's Ryan is no more. As here, not the person in real life, that's kind of disgraceful. He failed to finish the ambush, but the other 2 people, Sergeant Allen, Gray, and Chi-Chi, have managed to finish the mission. The end. Tomorrow you're gonna see the actual version will actually happen in presentation form. Why did I not show anything in this video? Well, that's because it's 12 in the frickin' morning.